Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1972 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today's matchup is between the Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Pilots at Brainiac Stadium. On the mound for the A's today is Vida Blue, whose record is 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA. And pitching for the Pilots is Dennis Leonard, whose record is 1-0 with a 0 ERA. Okay, I think we're finding out very early on here that we really have some major pitching problems. Yes, we have had two good pitching performances. That was a Dick Ruthven and Dennis Leonard back-to-back. And really, we had Ron Locke go 4 innings. He didn't give up a run as a starter, but he's not capable of giving us more than 5. Other than those starts, we've just been absolutely destroyed. With our other starting pitchers, Dave Boswell, for example. And then our bullpen has just given up runs left and right. It's been so frustrating, and I'm not really sure, what to do about that right now. I mean, really, there's nothing we can do. We cannot trade for anyone. We cannot sign any free agents. We have no one in the minor leagues that we can call up. We are just sort of stuck with what we have, and we have to make the best of it. I guess if I were a real baseball manager, I would continue to do what I'm doing right now, which is forcibly making bad pitchers pitch for as long as they can go, giving up however many runs that they're going to give up. We can't pitch all 6 bullpen arms every single game. If I wanted to try to win these ball games, what I would do is I would pitch our 4 or 5 best pitchers every single game in whatever possible scenario there is, in order to keep us in the ball game. But it really also hinges on our starting pitchers, which have been, spotty at best. And we have Dennis Leonard going today, who did not give up a run in his first start. It was that 1-0 win over the A's, and so the game is going to punish him today. Just like it punished Ruthven, and just like it's going to punish Ron Locke tomorrow. So, not a lot of high hopes. And we are facing Vida Blue, who did a number on us on opening day. So, let's go ahead and get today's game started and see what is in store. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a deep dive on Wayne Granger for our team today. And then I think we'll do one for Sal Bando of the A's when we do the A's lineup. Okay, as you can see, we are coming off a day off, so everybody is good to go in the bullpen for what it's worth. Also, Jim Hughes is still available for us if we need to use him. And then we have our lineup versus a left-hander, Vida Blue. This is our everyday lineup versus lefties, with the exception of one thing, and that is Don Bosch will play at left field, and we'll give Jose Cruz the day off. He did get his first hit of the year in yesterday's ball game, but he cannot hit lefties, as we're beginning to see here. There's no reason to have him in the ball game. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Oakland Athletics. Batting leadoff in center field is Rick Monday. Batting second at third base is Sal Bando. Batting third in right field is Champ Summers. Batting cleanup and catching today is Dave Duncan. Batting fifth in left field is Joe RUDI. Batting sixth at first base is Mike EPSTEIN. Batting seventh at shortstop is Dwain Anderson. Batting eighth at second base is Phil Garner. And batting ninth is the pitcher Vida Blue. So the only different player is they have the backup catcher, Dave Duncan, in there today. Okay, Dennis Leonard, as we mentioned, had a pretty good first start, 7 2/3 innings, versus the A's, giving only 3 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. We don't strike out anybody anymore, which is great. Makes for a real entertaining ball game. Fastball topping out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 46.6%. He's got one good pitch, rated an 81, overall rated a 78. The 20-year-old right-hander is arbitration eligible at the end of the 1974 season. Let's take a look at Wayne Granger for our first deep dive of the day. You'll see what he's done in 3 games this year. But we're going to go to his baseball reference page. You may have seen that he was on the Twins in 1972. Not a lot to glean just from looking at the top of his information here. 451 total games and 108 saves. Scrolling on down, twice he led the National League in games pitched and twice in games finished, once in saves. 2 times he was in the MVP voting, and he finished 8th in 1970 in the Cy Young Award voting. In 1972, in real life, that was his first year with the Twins. 4-6, a 3.01 ERA, 63 games pitched, and 19 saves. So, if this is accurate, we might see a pretty good season from him. I always look at the ERA plus or the OPS plus, and he was a better than league average pitcher. So, that's a good sign right there. You'll see that really after he left Cincinnati, he didn't do much. He kind of bounced around. Minnesota, then the next year, St. Louis and New York, Chicago, Houston, Montreal, and he was out of baseball at age 32. I always like to scroll on down and just take a look and see his transactions. He was traded to the Twins, from the Twins, I should say. Oh, I'm sorry, let's go back. From Cincinnati to Minnesota for Tom Hall, and then Minnesota to the Cardinals for John Cumberland and Larry Heisel. So that's how Heisel got to the Twins. I did not know that. And then a player to be named later and a bunch of other things. Okay. And then quickly, if we can, if the internets will let us here, let's take a look at his bullpen Wikipedia. Find out any deeper information. Click on, there we go. Well, there's a lot to look at here. I'm not sure that's all worth reading. But you can pause it if you want to take a longer look at this. He was used once in the 68 World Series against the Tigers. 2 scoreless innings. I did not know that. Interesting. And he was a reliever of the year in 69 and 70. He played 1 game in left field. He retired the first 2 batters, gave up a single to Clemente. Don Gullit came in to face Stargell, who he struck out to end the ball game. Interesting. I know that is something that occasionally happens. I think Tom Glavine might be the last player that I know that happened to. And then the trade that we talked about. He had a bit of a comeback in 1975 with a good ERA. And he was released after the season, signed by the Expos, and then moved to the back of the bullpen, where he pitched well for a bad team. He was outrighted to AAA, and he pitched well in the minor leagues. Invited to the Braves spring training in 77, to reunite with his manager from his 69 Reds team, but he did not get a spot. He pitched for some other minor leagues before he gave it up. He also was a member of the Senior Professional Baseball Association. I remember that very well. That was the year I graduated from high school, and that was a big deal. They even put out a set of Topps baseball cards representing the players in that league. Of course, there was not anyone really good in there. I remember Bill Spaceman Lee, primarily. Okay, there's our defense for today's game. We got BOSCH out there in left today. That's a good upgrade. We know the left side of the infield is a real problem. And behind home plate is Manny SANGUILLEN. Here we go. Rick Monday leading it off against Dennis Leonard with a full count. And that is the 3rd time against us that he's led off with a home run. This game is so broken. It's unbelievable. We have played 4 games against the A's, and Rick Monday has hit 3 leadoff home runs. Sal Bando, we'll do a deep dive on him, but not right now. Let's get into the game a little bit. Give us something to look forward to when the game is out of reach. Bando flies out to center. There's one down. Here's Champ Summers. Maybe we'll do a deep dive on Champ Summers tomorrow. A guy that I remember from the Detroit Tigers days. All right, 2 down, and the backup catcher, Dave Duncan. He has to get on, right? Yep, he gets a walk. Oh, no, base hit. Of course, he has to get on. Because he is only in the game as a backup. And then a 3-run home run. So today's game is over. We knew Dennis Leonard would have to give up some runs today, since he did not give up any in that first start. I mean, we could just take him out right now. It literally does not matter at this point. And there's his first strikeout of the year. Fantastic. Okay, bottom of the first. Well, it's not really worth it, but we'll take a look at the lineup. Batting leadoff in center field is Scott Northey. Batting second at second base is Tito Fuentes. Batting third at third base is Rich Rollins. Batting cleanup and catching is Manny Sanguillen. Batting fifth in right field is Dave Parker. Batting sixth at first base is Rose Skidmore. Batting seventh in left field is Don Bosch. Batting eighth and playing shortstop is Rich Auerbach. And then the pitcher spot could be anybody. Vida Blue! I mean, how is this guy making his third start in the A's 8th game? I don't get it. But he's 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA, 12 strikeouts in 16 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .254 against him. He's got a complete game. That came on opening day against us. Fastball topping out 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 44.5%. The fastball is his best pitch, rated a 91. Curveball rated an 83. So he's got 2 very good pitches. And even his changeup is solid. Gosh, overall rated a 94. The 22-year-old left-hander is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Take a look at the defense. We know that Gene Tennis is a terrible arm, although he threw every one of us out every single time we tried to steal. Dave Duncan is a 76, so he is better. We'll look at his fielding to look. He has 50% caught stealing, of course. That's highly realistic. Okay. Here we go. Scott Northey leading it off against Vida Blue. 2-0 count. Ground ball to second. There's one out. I like these uniforms that I made here. These are like the third jerseys. This must be a Saturday that we're playing on. Or a Sunday. Tito Fuentes strikes out. And Rich Rollins, 3-1, will take a walk. So the old poo-poo platter. Manny Sanguillen, we put him in the number 4 spot. All 4 of our batters here at the top of the lineup all hit lefties really well. That was my idea, but of course we do not have a hit the first time through. Naturally. All right, and a fielding here. For the love of God, what is up with this game? So that's a fielding error on Rick Monday. And Dave Parker. We know Parker can't hit lefties, but we got to play him every day. Full count. And he pops it up. So no runs, no hits. An error by the A's. We go to the top of the second. 3-0. Phil Garner, number 8 hitter, leading off. And he strikes out. Look at this. Now he's evened up his walks and his strikeouts, right? He had 2 walks, no strikeouts. Now he's got no walks, 2 strikeouts. So what will the game do now? Oh, they ought to walk him, right? No. There's a pop-up to Blue. You're my boy, Blue. 2 down. Rick Monday with another hit. Sal Bando with a stolen base by Monday. That is his second against us. Second against Sanguillen. I mean, Sanguillen must have... Has he thrown anybody out this year? No. 0 for 4. That does include today. That's fantastic. All right. And he's got a better arm than Dave Duncan. So he stole second base. That means he automatically scores. Full count. Champ Summers will be the guy to do it. There's that walk to get the ratio back. Yep. Stolen bases don't happen unless they lead to runs. Bases are loaded. That'll get 2 or more in. Maybe 3. There's another one. Nope. Error? Okay. 4-0. Skidmore lines out to short. Done. BOSCH. Hey, there's a base hit for BOSCH. His first hit of the year. Rick AUERBACH striking out. Dennis Leonard. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. There we go. Lead off double. Off the wall. Dwain. That'll get a run in. I just feel terrible for all of you out there watching this crap. I mean, we know how terrible this game is. I just really wanted 2025 to be a better version. And it's not. It's just as bad, maybe even worse. The game has forcibly made Dennis Leonard, who pitched a 7 2/3 inning shutout, giving up only 3 hits and 2 walks. He's already given up 9 hits and a walk and 5 runs because the game had to. Unbelievable. 2 for 2, and maybe we get Monday this time. Awesome. So good. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Blue, so he's in strikeout mode now. This will be 6 in a row, 7 in a row right here. That's 7 in a row. Top of the 4th. We got to get some length from these pitchers. No matter how much this hurts Leonard. Champ Summers, Apo Taco. That's the 3rd home run that Leonard's given up today because he had to. 2 down. There's number 4. So realistic. Such a very realistic sim. Well, he's given up 12 hits. That's very, very realistic. And another walk. Awesome. Fantastic gameplay. Great. So good. Bottom of the 4th. And we just ground it to short. Five strikeouts for Blue. Another 1, 2, 3 inning. So that is 10 in a row. 100 pitches. Can he get the pitcher out? No, can't even get the pitcher out. 13 hits and a double because it has to be a double. All right, well, now it doesn't matter. Let's see how many runs they can score. Hit batter. Excellent. Very realistic. There's a walk. This is good. This is very good. Fantastic. There's a grand slam by the backup catcher. Super good. Yes, this is excellent. So good. Wow, very realistic. Okay. BOSCH. Striking out. That's 11 in a row. Really great. There's 12 in a row. And 13 in a row. Awesome. Gardner flies out. Vida Blue, give him another double. And Monday. Oh, so good. Very realistic. And another walk. No strikeouts, only walks. A number. Fly ball. That's 14 in a row. 15 in a row. $16 in a row. All right, well, we'll just keep going with the shitties. Excellent. Excellent. Good job. That's the way to go. Edgerton has 8 walks and no strikeouts as a pitcher. Oh, there we go. That's good. Three-run home run for Garner. His 78 power. Manny SANGUILLEN. Skidmore grounded out. BOSCH. AUERBACH. So they hit us back, up 14-2, to get to the pitcher to make us do something. God, this game is so bad. JDV. We're going to bring in a bunch of schlubs to give them some PT in a game like this. Especially Keo. We got to get Keo in there. We'll move BOSCH to center. Keo will go in the left. Jeets in right. Munge. Rick Monday going to the warning track. Sal Bando, I did say we would do a deep dive on Sal Bando. I honestly do not feel like it, but let's take a look at Sal Bando, the Bandalorian. We know about his younger brother, Chris. We see him on the Indians. Captain Sal, that's his nickname. You'll see right there. Brother of Chris Bando. 4-time All-Star, 3-time World Series winner. Always number 6. Passed away in 2023 in Wisconsin. Well, there's his long, illustrious career. Wow, played in every game multiple times. I didn't really know that about him. Led in plate appearances, led in doubles in 1973. Total bases in 1973. Sac flies. This year, 72, starts a 3 consecutive seasons of being an all-star. It's 72, the year we're playing. There it is. I mean, really not all that great. Batted .236. But his OPS plus was 116. 116, 60% above league average. And his OPS was 709. That is a modest hitting shortstop these days. That's crazy. All right, come on, internet. Just cut me some slack here for crying out loud. Let's take a look at his transactions, because we know at the end of his career he bounced around a little bit. Gosh. All right. No, I guess he didn't. He was just a free agent signing for the Brew Crew. I guess that makes sense. Okay, great. Everything froze up on us there. That's just what we need. Okay. Let's go ahead and get back to the ball game. So, Bando. We should look at the in-game stats, right? Because they are crushing it today. Rudy's got 2 home runs, a total of 6 home runs. Sal Bando's walked 3 times. Hit number 18. Can't have a 1-2-3 inning. No, sir. All right, Joe Keogh gets a chance to bat. Infield single. There's his first hit of the year. All schlubs get hits today. Tito. This will be Vida Blues' second complete game. A 4-hitter, 1 walk, hit a batter. Second inning of work for Munge. This usually goes very poorly. Starting off with a hit and a... Oh, I thought that was a walk for sure. Today's loss will make us 3-5. I think we're probably getting close to our expectation for a win-loss record. There's an error. That's great. So good. Thank you, Baseball Mogul. Super, super kind of them. Pinch hitter. So Blue will not complete the game. Gene Tennis. I love when a game pinch hits a everyday catcher instead of just starting him. If you could pinch hit your catcher, you should start your catcher. Excellent. Oh, so good. Bases are loaded. And that's the first strikeout of the ball game for our team. Right there. The last out of the game. So realistic. Okay, Gary Wagner coming in. His first year after having 3 very good years for the Phillies. He was a free agent signing. Cool. All right, let's wrap it up. Sanguillen gets his second hit. He's got 2 of the 5 hits. Here's Jeter. Flying out. Rose Skidmore. This is so dumb. So stupid. Don Bosch, 1-2. So that's more like it. And then Manji. Well, we'll bring in Jose Cruz. And he grounds out as expected. 14-2, A's win. Oh, that's really refreshing. Thank God. Thank God we gave up so many runs. Okay, oh, we're 3-4. I said 3-5, but I meant 3-4. Let's take a look at the standings. Well, there's the National League for you. Mets 6-2 on the season. A 3-way tie in the West because of course. And then we look at the American League standings. Only the Royals are worse than we are in our division. They've lost 6 in a row. Our team ERA is up to 6.64. I mean, we are We just came off a day off, so we pitched our worst pitchers. That's why it ballooned to a 14-run game. But it's our starters. If we cannot get a good start out of our pitchers, then we can't get to our good relievers. And because Leonard had a good start, he had to be punished today. That's how Baseball Mogul works. As stupid as it is. Fritzy Peterson is going to sit out with severe elbow tendonitis. 3 months. And Mike Ferraro gets 4 RBIs for the Orioles. I think he's their third baseman now because they've lost, Brooks Robinson retired, and A's humiliate Pie. Yeah, thank you. Okay, transactions. All right. What do we got here? We got Tom Murphy. He's going to miss 77 days with a broken tibia. Yeah, that'll hurt your season. And then Gary Kroll. He's going to miss the whole year. Shouldn't even be playing. His last year in baseball was 1966. And yet he's played every year for the Indians. Not this year. He's done. And Willie Davis of the Dodgers. 52 days. And there's Fritz Peterson. He made 1 start for the Yankees, and that was it. He's going to be gone for 3 months. And Mike Torres, minor, missed 1 start, maybe, with an ulnar nerve issue. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Wow. I don't know what to say. This is how it's going to be all year. The fact that we're 3-4 doesn't even seem realistic. And we have Ron Locke going tomorrow, who we know will not give us 5 innings. And also, he did not give up a run, so you know he's going to get crushed tomorrow. So stick around tomorrow for the crushing. Makes a lot of sense that they would get 6 home runs. 6 home runs, including a grand slam from the backup catcher. Vital Blue 3-0. He's going to be the insider for the Cy Young Award in the American League. He also had a double because, of course he did. We had 6 hits total. They had 9 hits from their 3, 4, and 5 guys. That's very realistic. Leonard, sorry, dude. You had to give up 8 runs. That's the rule. And 13 hits and 2 walks. Oh, yeah, actually, I'm sorry. Dennis Leonard did have 2 strikeouts. So we had 3 total. That's really great. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow and play this bullshit game one more time. Until then, everyone, have a great day.